I've been quite lucky so far with my teenagers that they haven't thrown huge tantrums.
Having a big tantrum, worse than a terrible twos. That's when I realised, uh-oh, I've got a teenager.
When she put like a do not enter sign on the door. This is my place, you do not enter without my permission.
I didn't see him much, kind of just was in his room a lot.
They want to have less and less to do with their father. He's an embarrassment.
My daughter, as far as I know, hasn't gone out with anyone, but she has been in a relationship, which I think means a change in Facebook status.
My daughter's 16, has she even kissed a boy yet? And my youngest son said, oh, she hasn't even kissed a boy yet. And then oh, I didn't kiss a boy, my wife said, until I was 24.
One of her friends said, Claudia, do you know that boy you got a crush on? Really? Me? I said, really, what's this then, Claudia? Oh, okay. And I was like, here we begin.
I was kind of nervous because I felt as though I was going through this love affair with her because, you know, you always want the best and, you know, you want them to meet a nice chap.
I took my eldest on his first date. He met a girl at the cinema. He'll hate me for saying this.
I used to try and not interfere but ask her what was going on, and she would like, oh, for goodness sake, you know, leave me alone, Mum.
And I sat in the car watching, waiting for him to meet her, and sort of gave him the pep talk all the way down there. And he was so nervous and it was just so adorable.
And I said to her, go to your room. And you know, obviously she didn't like that, so she did go to her room.
It's the usual thing of just, you know, raising your voice every now and again.
The worst thing is they can get a little bit, can I say gobby?
But door slamming, it's like a thunderstorm, you know. The whole house shakes, bam!
If you do that again, if you continue to do that, you will not get to use the computer or your Game Boy or your mobile phone for a week.
They are all masters of electronics, and they've been showing me how to download video clips, how to burn DVDs.
I didn't grow up with a computer. I grew up on a farm. We didn't even have a TV.
I have been known to Facebook my daughter from the other room to get her attention.
I got the impression that they're already known about the birds and the bees, especially going to school and speaking to their peers and they hear all different stories.
That's the whole sex question, isn't it? And I find it challenging. I come from a very open background. I mean, one of my uncles uncle was turned on, so he's a transgender person.
My husband is useless, and I keep saying, you've got to talk about that. And he says, it's not my role.
I think it's always have an open mind.
Just hang in there, just work through it, because some of them can be really, really awkward.
Monitor them, but don't be too intrusive.
Try not to be too judgmental. Things are so different now for teenagers than they were when we were teenagers, and just always be there for them.
The best thing about having teenage children is a sense of pride that they're turning out hopefully to be quite nice, kind individuals.
The best thing of having a teenager is that you grew up with them, you keep young with them.